Good morning, it's Michelle from Two Blooms Design Studio, and I'm hoping that you can see this. I'm going to show you how to unmold one of the Brambleberry Tall Skinny molds that I got not too long ago, and I'm doing this on my iPad, so I'm hoping you can see it all. We're just going to move that white piece there. So what you're going to do, what I did beforehand is I had all this soap kind of on top of the mold here that I basically scraped it all off with a knife. And all you're going to do, I'll kind of tilt it this way so you can hopefully see it, but you're just going to pull this apart from the sides, like a nice big pull apart. Okay, you might have to pull it a little bit more. And then you're going to pull on these two sides. They're narrower, so you're going to have to be careful. And what you're going to want to do is you need to wait long enough if you're going to not follow exactly what Brambleberry says. They recommend filling this a bit lower from the top so it's easier to get out of the mold. But I wanted to fill mine to the full height of the mold because I want a taller soap. And also I don't use sodium lactate in my recipe. So my recipe's pretty hard, but I did it non-gel in the fridge. So I waited 24 hours in the fridge and then about 16 hours outside the fridge. And what I found when I was first making the soaps, I wasn't waiting long enough. I was not sitting them in the fridge long enough, and I was trying to yank them out, and I was turning them upside down, and I was using this little ledge kind of off the end of the table and then pushing, and what was happening is all the corners were getting ripped off because I was really impatient. So I've learned to wait longer. If you're not going to use sodium lactate, then you need to wait a little longer. For me, if I'm gelling the soap, I usually wait about 24 hours, probably a day and a half, regardless if I'm gelling or not gelling, roughly. That's how I do it. So you pull this all apart, and then what you want to do is you want to flip this upside down, and I'll kind of show you sideways. What I used to do is I used to stick my hands up in this edge, and then it would rip all the sides, so I'd kind of pry it and pull my hands down. You don't want to do that. So you want to pull this apart, and you want to make sure you're creating a complete air release on the top. If you see things starting to stick, your soap's not ready to come out yet. So gently pull from the sides. You want that to completely release. I try to avoid pushing as much as possible. You can do a slight push, but I find the less pushing the better. So see how that bubble is starting to almost completely release? And you want it to release completely. See, it's getting smaller and smaller. And you can do a slight push. Okay, see, it's all released now. So you turn it upside down. Completely perfect sides there. So it's all nice smooth sides now. And you just flip it upside down, and voila, you're ready to cut your soap. So I'll do another one, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory. So they work fine if you like to fill them to the top. And one of the things that I also do, because I'm usually always making more than one, is when I put them in the fridge, or if I'm leaving them out, I put them kind of close together on the edge, like edge to edge, because I like to go to the tippy top, and then I just put something kind of heavy on each side of them to keep them perfectly happy and full and everything else. Okay, so we're going to do the second one. You're going to pull on the sides, pull sides. You're going to release on the ends. You're going to flip it upside down. You're going to pull from the sides as much as you can, trying to push as little as possible. Okay, and the air bubble's just about released. And there you go. Signing off from Two Blooms Design Studio. You can find my store at twobloomsds.etsy.com or shop2blooms.com. Bye.